Good morning. As I prepared this speech, I couldn't help but think about how odd it would be to be speaking to a large group of people who are not on my class roster. I don't have to wipe snot from your nose, and I don't have to write this on chart paper as I say it. I realize it's been a long time since I've talked to a group of grown adults, so please cut me some slack if I use my teacher voice, ask for more participation, or use a gesture prompt. As a second-generation immigrant, a woman from a mixed-race background, not being the most stellar of students growing up, one of 4 women in my entire family on both parent sides to graduate from college, soon to be my mom next year. Yes, that's right. Go mom. I am humbled and I am in awe of the opportunity I have to share some words with you all today and graduate with some of Illinois State's finest. None of the characteristics I just mentioned define me on their own, but each of them has created the person that stands before you today. I think each one of us could produce a list of reasons why we shouldn't have made it, reasons why this is difficult, the obstacles we have faced. Yet, in the face of those reasons, textbook prices, hundreds of clinical hours, students who gave us a tough time, and EdTPA, we are here. Can I get a woo woo? Thank you. Today I'll be talking about Gold Star teachers. Before I begin, I feel it's important to share a few of the qualities that I think a Gold Star teacher possesses. A Gold Star teacher always has a backup plan for their backup plan. A Gold Star teacher is always prompt. I'm like a bronze or silver on that. A Gold Star teacher always has treats in his or her desk, whether they're for the students or the teacher, who's to say. A Gold Star teacher creates peace in their classroom. They dream about and create ways for a student to succeed, regardless of ability level, backpack of experience, and differences. A Gold Star teacher inspires the teachers around them to also be Gold Star teachers. A Gold Star teacher not only fights against the very list of reasons a student believes they won't succeed, but provides their students with the tools they need to overcome each one of those obstacles. A Gold Star teacher empowers students to become the greatest version of themselves. We will have the terrific opportunity to be those Gold Star teachers in just a few short months. Obviously, we have content in academia to teach, but I feel there are a few other things that are necessary we teach. Let's teach character. Let's teach advocacy. Let's teach courage, kindness, generosity, and standing up for one another. Let's teach content that creates positive change in our communities because our students are the ones making that change. Dr. Horn once told our TCH 208 Infuse class, to be a teacher is pretty easy. To be a teacher of excellence takes a lot of work. Let's agree to put in the work it takes to be a teacher of excellence. The Gold Star teachers who learn from our students and admit the days we make mistakes. The teachers who see our shortcomings in our students and give them the tools they need to overcome each one. Let's be the Gold Star teachers who show our students what love looks like. Let's be the teachers who create lessons that incorporate what our kids care about so it's something they remember forever. Be the great Gold Star teacher that inspired you to be a teacher. I had one Gold Star teacher in 3rd grade. Her name was Miss K. I remember hearing horror stories in 2nd grade about her, horrified that I would have her. As luck would have it, I was placed in her class. I don't think I cried on the first day, but I think I thought about it every minute. Over the school year, I realized this teacher wasn't mean. She was funny. Her sense of humor was dry and required you to listen a little closer to catch the punchline. She made us memorize passages from books that seemed tedious at the time, but I can still remember them when I close my eyes. She taught us our times tables by playing a cassette tape with raps and ballads and all the times tables. I can still rap 8 times 7, so if you want to know that, you can ask me after. She gave me the extra support I needed when I was struggling, which was often. Over time, I took notice that she would be gone for longer amounts of time at a more frequent rate. By the 2nd semester, we had a long-term substitute teacher. Although she was kind and nice and funny, she sure wasn't Miss K. She didn't play the cassette tape we liked. She told kid jokes instead of Miss K's jokes that were kind of made you feel like a grown-up because you had to listen a little. Years after that 3rd grade year, I found out Miss K had diabetes. Unfortunately, just a few years later, during my junior year of high school, I learned that she had passed away due to the diabetes. I didn't know at the time, but over the course of that 3rd grade year, she was losing feeling in her limbs, she was going blind, and she had to spend more time sitting than standing due to fatigue. I never once heard her complain. She was never short with us. She still laughed at my jokes, and she still encouraged me to beat my best friend in a reading contest. Never once did she allow the condition she was in determine the type of teacher that she was. When I think about great teachers, Miss K is always the first to come to mind. She taught me about content, but I remember most is who she was. She taught me to be a great teacher just by her actions. As we all walk out of Redbird Arena today, we'll be walking differently. We'll be walking out of Illinois State as graduates of one of the greatest universities for education in the country. We will be walking into classrooms where young minds will be shaped, friendships will be formed, IEP goals will be met, science experiments will be conducted, and strengths will be made. I saw this photo of a quote from a student that said, "My teacher thought I was smarter than I was, so I was." Be the teacher your students will say this about. My fellow graduates, we made it. As we part ways after taking photos and walking this campus we all grew to love for one last time, I want to leave you all with a few last parting words, I know. First, your value is not determined by the scores on your best day or your worst day. If you choose to measure yourself by any standard, measure yourself by the standard of giving your best, the standard of loving your students, the standard of kindness and grace. Each day, do your best to teach content that is accurate and benefits your students. Listen to the needs of your students and show them that they have something incredible to offer this world, even if they're your worst kid. Provide an opportunity for one of your kids to succeed and to shine. Advocate for your students and their families. Take mental health breaks. I know it's hard to do, but remember that a healthy teacher creates a healthy classroom. Lastly, remember that you deserve all the gold stars. Give yourself a gold star each and every day. Some days it may just be for getting out of bed and putting your shoes on the right feet. Other days it may be for teaching the best lesson you've ever taught. If I could, I'd place a gold star on each of your robes as you walk this stage today. But if you come find me after the ceremony, I have stars to pass around. Finally, I will leave you all with a quote because it wouldn't be a commencement speech without one. It is a quote I hold so dear to my heart as an educator and as an advocate. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. To the parents, friends, families, support systems, professors, and mentors, I can say on behalf of all of us, thank you. Congratulations, Illinois State University College of Education, class of 2016, we did it.